until I get him. God damn it. Well, time to get a character I literally can't use. Damn, not even something... I might be able to use that. At least it wasn't a character, though. Too bad I didn't get Boot Hill, but... yeah, let's see what happens. Oh crap, I forgot to record quite a bit of footage.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day. I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Did you have a dream again last night?
So that's why you slept for so long.
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss her next move. And see.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above...
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got this character after, not recording much.
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to, so I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. I speak on behalf of Natasha. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret. I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha is always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core. Well, Oh, for my sparkling companionship, of course. I jest. The path has been blocked for over 10 years, and very few know how to get through. That's where I come in.
Enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Branya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
Exactly. She has a lot of responsibilities. I don't completely understand, but I trust that she's trying to solve the problem. Oh, right. Branya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before. Should we wait until we...
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Brother and sister Landau? I know the brother must Oh, Sir Val! Sir...
She gave it some good thought. But whatever's going on in that Supreme Guardian's head, even Branya might have trouble understanding. Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're all friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister, she's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now. We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Nice. Are you hurt? Let me take a look. You came at a good time. There is something you can help me with. According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits. It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society? I agree. Generally speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative emotional effects of being ill. I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society. And the most suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything. It sounds dangerous, but what I want you to do is actually very simple. Investigate. If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're... Can I entrust you with this task? This little clinic has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me, good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly.
You. I've seen you in the clinic. Cover? Let me guess. What's the use? I'm terminal. Of course not. Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly. I can diagnose for people in my situation. Follow-up visit is just a waste of... What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. You think I need you to tell me? Don't try... Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's brother? They both used to practice medicine back in Rivertown. I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Bellabog's main hospital wanted him. What do you mean? Dr. Vash was a people's doctor. He handed out free medicine. The underworld is always short on medical resources. You think I don't want to? I should keep my voice down. I heard that Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vash's death. It's just something people were saying. Forget I said anything. I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues. I should find another patient to talk to.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. Follow. Natasha's a wonderful girl. But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Even if they could cure me. Not for youngsters like yourself. When you get to my husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched it. One day, he said he was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. I miss him. No. You don't give up easily, do you? Okay, you win. Did you want to say... Virtual who? All right, I heard you.
Avoiding a follow-up visit because of her husband. I should find another patient to talk to.
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient? You should head on back. I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her. A dispute? No. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. Miners like me don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well... Did you, know Dr. Vash? His wonder medicine is cheap. Dr. Vash's medicine is... different. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail. You're smarter than you look. When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any people like us. A slow and torturous treatment is the same. Forget it. What? Now listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha. Here, take this. It's the address.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. That patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this.
Things are restless in the mines these days.
So now I have to go to this med place.
Hey, where do you think... Medicine? Oh, you mean you're the same as everyone else that comes through here? If you want, we only take cash. The Mutual Aid Society sets the price. It might be different from Dr. Vash and his handouts, but it's a darn sight cheaper than that clinic woman's medicine. Well, are you buying or not? Spit it. Wait a minute. You're close. Are you friends with Get Lost? Now! If you're a friend...
Wait! What about our medicine? We've been waiting.
Get lost! All of you! Save your breath and...
That medicine. I should head back and report to Natasha.
Get lost. Now! If you're a friend...
Damn. Too bad I couldn't smack him on top of the head. That's annoying as hell.
Step aside. I have no in the times now.
Time for some swordplay!
Let's go.
I told ya I could fight.
Arrow! Go! Oh, actually,
Me
no.
out here? How could
Do
I
that.
lose?
And then do this. Fade away.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Huh. Smacked on the back of the head.
Clemency? Never heard of her.
So, how many of my moves?
Let's make it
Get
quick.
criticaled. Bam.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
A one-time enemy. Ha!
Let's go.
Ta-da.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Well, let's see what happened.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look. So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results. And any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just... As a doctor, I don't accept that. I'm responsible for what Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in this. I'm guessing the patients you met weren't exactly singing my praises, which is, I don't blame you. After everything you heard, I'm grateful you came back to find me. If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the...
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it. People's doctor. That's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine. The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects. It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. Of course, I can't control.
The medicine Vash left behind? That stuff... I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me. If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
Are you hurt? Let me take a look. I still haven't worked out how to convey. I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash. I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine. Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you...
Who are you? Who? Where's my husband? Where are they? You don't know. Where?
Come over here, child. That poor lady. Both her. Well, not terribly serious, but they needed to get, in order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, the two began to suffer terribly, such that death then became a blessing from that moment on. Oh, she became as you see her now, if Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her under her wing. And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look. Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming... Be it Vash or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full... Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project. His research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with as such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support. Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strive to attain. She brought her brother underground. I think you know what comes next. Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment? Thank you. This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine, but it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Yippee, now I get to go and beat the shit out of them. Let's go. Come here, I want to smack you.
Stop right there. Oh, wait a minute. You're that clinic woman's lackey, aren't you? She's after our medicine. Men, look lively and
And these guys think they stand a chance? Heck no.
Strike with heart.
This is our
Direct.
chance.
With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run.
Clemency? Never.
Time for some sword play. Blade in flight.
Goodbye.
Try that again.
Easy.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider. You listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. Those poor patients. Along comes a life. The underworld is full of sickness. My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of... Seems like you are quite bent. Fine, seeing as you came all this way. Men, seize them.
Finally. Ah, interesting.
The time is now.
So anyway,
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
easy.
A one-time enemy.
Let's make it quick. How about this?
Stay right there while I give you a present. You're annoying. You can't run.
Batter up.
With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again.
Goodbye.
Strike with heart.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you?
Moneymaker? So you admit it then?
What are you doing here?
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients.
You can't save everyone. The underworld...
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, the debt that Vash owes to the underworld rests with me. All I can do is help everyone.
So stubborn.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Your actions today have saved. I'll
Can
find a way to
I
dispose of
kill him,
Vash's
though?
leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack, let's go back to town. I still owe.
So we're just gonna ignore the dude that was literally right in front of us the entire time we were talking about it?
It's getting late. Where to now? Uh-oh. It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha.
What are you saying, Doctor?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying...
Rational and scientific, huh?
How dare...
Ma'am, please, think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her?
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to... I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surface.
Have some respect.
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine. Far, I'm out of here.
Can I smack him too? Why can't I smack like everyone, huh? I want to smack all the NPCs and fight them.
I wish you all a journey that is free. Oh, you're here. I apologize. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. If I were in his shoes, I might well have had the same reaction. Let's leave it for now. Now's as good a time as any. If there's anything you want to know, don't... No, but I used to think I, actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't until my adoptive mother always saw me as her own flesh and blood. My adoptive parents belonged to a prominent medical family. As kids, we were exposed to all kinds of medical texts. When we were older, both of... He was gentle and introverted. Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd bite my head off. And then a while later, he'd apologize and come. I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I would... If you fail to make a clean break with the past creep... That's a long story. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. To be honest, I never understood how he'd achieve that blizzard immunity. I knew his research in the overworld wasn't going well. I used to write to him and ask him to cut. I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. He began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term. But behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong. Indeed. And it all happened under my nose. When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg discussing... This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to... In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him, and had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was... Looking back, it wasn't. Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us. To take him outside, his figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess, my brother.
Dang. That'd be like such a weird plot twist if you actually wasn't dead at all. Wrong thing. You.
Follow up for the win!
Clocking on.
Stop! Julian! We got trouble. The boss went to the Great Mine and she refused to let anyone go with her. I feel like she's doing some... Versman is in the mines. It seems like the boss heard some... She even took her Diggertron. There's lots of bad guys in the mines. Miss Natasha said kids... He's Hook's daddy. And he's like a daddy to everyone in the moles. Thank you.
Well, time to do this. Come on, hurry up. Let's go. I ain't got all day. Go, 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 go. You annoy me.
Step aside. I have no interest in... Let's go. How about this?
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present. You can't run.
Goodbye. I said goodbye. Hmm. Huh.
Is that all?
Calm down, calm down. We're all here to work for a living. Why not?
Save it! We treated you as our such a. You sold the intel about the vein to Antonia, but we discovered it first. Traitor! Well, nothing to save.
Go away, you...
Oh, little hook? Oh, no, you haven't...
Daddy?
Yes, I told Antonia about the vein, but I was the first one to discover it.
What? It's only because you have that detector.
Back off. I was thinking about the bigger picture when I did that. Unlike you all who just look for trouble every day.
Well, I think someone needs to teach you.
You'll never lay a finger on... It's you!
Another punching bag?
So, how many of my strikes with heart?
Uh-huh. Interesting. So, I choose...
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Come on, hit me. You son of a bitch. That's it. Correct.
Daddy, are you hurt? Don't worry about me.
Good. That's good. I remember. You are the outsiders Natasha mentioned before. The conflicts between the vagrants and the mining team have lasted for quite a long time.
Daddy, let's go to the old witch's clinic.
But the vein detector that rapscallion was after, somebody else. It's just a tool.
The mine?
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've taken care of your wounds. I'm running short on medical supplies these days, though, so behave yourselves and stay away from trouble. You hear me? Don't pretend you didn't hear that, Hook. I'm talking to you.
Hook wasn't the one that caused trouble. It was those bad guys. See?
You are gonna spoil that kid. That's enough for now. I'll say this one last time, Hook. If you cause any trouble again, I'll take Dick... The boss of the moles should stick to her word.
Thank you again. If it weren't for you and Dr. Natasha, Hook and I probably would... Well, a few days ago, I found a geomarrow vein using a vein detector. Then, those vagrants heard about it and accused me of being a traitor. They believe that since I'm also a vagrant who came from another mine, and the mining team could not agree with that, of course. I'm just too
Hook
old
is a
for
double
this.
bow.
Daddy, are we short on money?
My poor child. Daddy is old now. People say I'm selfish, think I'm a traitor, but it doesn't matter to me. All you need to know...
Daddy...
Forget about it. Since I've got the money from the mining team, I have nothing to complain about now. It's just a shame that I lost my vein detector. I guess so. It's an ancient relic that can detect geomarrow. I often carried it around looking for a new claim. Anyway, I guess I don't need the detector anymore.
Hook seems to be giving me a look like, I want to talk to you outside the clinic now.
Honorable.
So that's why people call eyes the windows to the soul.
Why? Because hers are like the size of a golf ball?
Wait! Hook needs you. Yes! We can't detect our Daddy's treasure, so... Alright then. I'll be waiting for you. I mean... See ya!
Yeah, cool. Anyway, let's go! Let's go, Hook. Let's beat him up.
Too slow, honorary member of the moles. You should have gotten here before Hook. Let me introduce you to Sweta. She is Daddy's.
Not at all. Mr. Fursman trusts every vagrant and everyone. But after what happened over at that geomarrow vein, the atmosphere.
I'm here to find Daddy's treasure.
Well, I would get after the conflict in the mine. Wildfire gathered everyone out of the shelter and took a head count to check on the wounded. When we returned to the shelter, Mr. Fursman's detector was gone. We searched all around the shelter. Indeed. Now we can narrow down the... We vagrants have our dignity, too. I'm sure...
But...
Actually, we've already asked those 4 suspects about it. Of course, we could never expect thieves to confess and turn themselves in, right? All 4 suspects are at the shelter. If you're feeling confident...
Adults are so disarmed. Did you steal Daddy's...
Nope, I'm no thief.
Really? You better...
Ask away. Let's not waste time. Spacing out. Didn't notice anything. Good man, but a bit of a cheapskate. Nope. What did...
Hey, would you...
What? I always talk...
I don't feel... I know.
Well, well, well. What's this? Playing detective?
Spill it!
You little brat. How dare you label me a thief? Someone needs...
Anyone can say that. If you...
Oh, you have a temper, huh? I'm a cook. What else would I be doing? Don't you notice the smoke? It's just that I happened to be out shopping for ingredients at that time. Otherwise, who'd want anything? That old Fursman was kind to me. When we were at Rivet Town, he put me in charge of the whole mining team's food supply. And it's because I trusted him that I came to this mine. Anyway, he found that geomarrow vein by himself, so I won't blame him for not sharing. But you know, what he did... Well, I don't want to be a snitch, but out of my respect for the helper over there, I saw him sneak into Fursman's tent and come out. I don't care if you believe me or not. I've told you all I know.
Hook?
Did you steal Daddy's...
What? Oh, if I'd known I would become a suspect, I wouldn't have gone out at that time.
We just need you to...
Okay. Ask away. Nothing special. I just went out. Oh dear. I know that's a lame alibi. Mr. Fursman, he's a good person. No. I must sound very suspicious, but I really... Detector? No. Is that all the questions you have? Have I proven my... Oh dear.
Did you steal...
What? How could you say that? You know what a businessman values the most? Reputation. If you're
well, then...
I have the right to remain silent. I withhold my... no comment.
Ugh. I'll give you one more chance.
I've seen all sorts of things in my life. Here, how about we make a deal? I'll tell you what I know. Great. I like your style. Customers who don't fuss over the price. I went into town to restock. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? I restock on a regular basis, everyone knows that. I was wondering why there was nobody at the shelf. Fursman is an old customer of mine. He's pretty nice to me, though we are not so close. We're all neighbors. We've known each other for a long time. But he sold out to the other side of the... Look, the cook is definitely the thief. I'm sure about that. In my line of work, I've learned to read people. And something's definitely fishy.
Hook's head is spinning.
Don't worry, I've written it all down for you. Remember, the cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and the helper said it wasn't him.
think the cook and merchant are the most suspicious. Don't worry. Even if you choose the wrong one, it's...
Right. We have other methods besides deductive reasoning to find out who the true thief is. The cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and the helper said it wasn't him. So, do you know who the culprit is?
I would say the helper, but it might be the tailor. Yeah, screw it.
Well, come on. Let's go. Look, figured it out. Wrong? What?
Brain, use...
She's pretty stubborn. She's lying, then that makes her the thief. What? I'd forget it. Let's go look around where Daddy kept the detector. Maybe we can find some clues there. This is the label from a supply book. That way. Let's go.